good afternoon. Welcome out to North Ridgeville High School, the home of the Rangers, but more importantly today, the home of this boys Division IV district final, as it is the top-seeded Canfield Cardinals taking on the Brookside Cardinals. I'm Rock Anushi, he's Jared Kozar. Joe Bach joining us on the far left there, cameraman extraordinaire. Jared, go ahead, start us off.
How do you spell that, Rocco?
Yeah, you spell it a little B-O-C-K.
B-O-C-K.
There it is, Joe Bach in the house, and we are thrilled that he can be a part of this one, and we are thrilled that you, our lovely viewers and listeners, can be a part of this one as well, as today's WEOL Cage matchup, again, a boys Division IV district championship game between Canfield and Brookside is brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Allen V. Januzzi, CPA. And by Eco Tree Services, they are your complete tree care company. So here are Larry Babbitt's and the Brookside Cardinals in their first district championship game since 1990. So it's been quite a while for the Brookside boys basketball team since they have made it this far in the tournament. On the other side of the coin, for Andy Velakovich, head coach of the Canfield Cardinals, Jared, they're just 1 year removed from a district championship, and they're actually 1 year removed from a regional semifinal appearance. That's where they bowed out last year, 50-40 the final score. They took one on the loss column to Warrensville Heights. So for one side, some fairly familiar territory here. For the other, totally foreign.
You and I are getting real familiar with Canfield athletics these past couple of weekends.
Boy.
And, storied program, very rich, as we found out in the girls' end last week. Certainly, as you just mentioned, acolytes on the boys' side as well. They come in highly touted and ready for battle today. But Larry Babbitt's and the Brookside Cardinals are doing things that are unprecedented in Brookside territory and lore. So don't want to count them out in a matchup like this at all. They've got the intimidating alternative black, red, white uniforms.
I like it.
So, if you're looking for a statement, I think that they won the showdown of the wardrobe.
Well, and Jared, stepping aside from the matchup for just a brief moment, and more so the environment here at North Ridgeville's, you're right, we are getting pretty familiar with Canfield. We know they travel well. That's what all of our local coaches have said when we've asked them about Canfield. Obviously for Brookside, not a very far trip over from Sheffield, but this, again, much like the Keystone Norwayne game earlier this week over there in the Grange, Jared, really a who's who of who's in the house here this afternoon. Josh Scharf, head coach of the Columbia Raiders, sits to our right. We saw Amy Esser, head coach of the Lady Rangers here at North Ridgeville. She sits right in front of us. She'll be running the table. We had Rocky Houston, the Keystone boys basketball coach, in the house as well, and I'm sure there are some more that I just haven't seen yet or I've just missed or what have you, but man, it really adds to the fun that is postseason basketball here in Northeast Ohio.
I agree with you, and I think there's going to be some more that pour in the next 9 minutes here.
Sure.
In terms of what's going on, because it's already a pretty crowded house, but this is one of the best days you can come up with, Rocco. We had a good one last week, but this one, you get that 3:30 game, and we're going to bring you another game later on today. Rob Polinsky and I will make our way over to Barberton for Elyria, so just one of those special days on the calendar, I think, in terms of high school basketball. You want to see your area teams advance, win or lose. It's still just a jam-packed day.
Yeah, no question about that. As Jared just told you, we will have an audio-only game tonight. You can still listen to it right here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel as well as on WEOL.com. But tonight at Barberton, Canton McKinley taking on the Pioneers of Elyria in a Division I Boys District Championship game. That one audio-only right here on WEOL.com and on the CT YouTube page. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar will have that one for you again down at Barberton High School. So again, Canfield, they are the 1 seed. They started off tournament play in the sectional finals, knocking off 32nd seeded Struthers 71-25, so no problem for the top seeded Cardinals in that one. In the district semis, though, a little bit of a scare from Chardon Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, NDCL as they're known. 72-65 was the final score in that one. So that is the tournament trail thus far for Canfield. And for Brookside, the 8th seed here in this region, they opened up tournament play at home, knocking off Perry 72-61. Followed that up earlier this week with a district semifinal win over Orville 56-49 to land themselves in today's district championship game. We talked to Larry Babbitt a little bit about that on the morning show earlier today, and it's a Brookside group, Jared. Well, and you remember some of his conversation from Keystone earlier this week. You know, obviously they're high school kids. There's nerves, there's excitement, all that good stuff. But he's been adamant in saying, hey, my guys are a goofy bunch, man. They don't really take anything too serious. Obviously, they're committed to trying to get the job done today, but there's not too much that's going to throw this group of Brookside Cardinals off their game.
Well, it's strange. They kind of emulate their coach's behavior in that regard. Larry Babbage is the first guy to tell you that he's made a lot of different choices over the years and tells his guys to explore that. Now I think he's all business and practice. I think when he's got them throughout the week, he maintains that tight ship and things of that nature. But I think when they get out there, he says, I want you guys to have the freedom to make your own mistakes. And, not every possession is going to be perfect.
Right.
We got to learn them together.
Well, that's how they play, right? They're up and down. They like to get shots up at the rim. Is every single one of them the best shot, Jared, or the most perfect shot you can get in a possession? Certainly not. But I think it goes a long way when you allow your guys to play loose, play free. It gives them confidence. I mean, they're high school kids. They like having some structure, but they also like kind of being able to do their own thing sometimes, too.
If you've got a son in the Sheffield Lake school system and they're interested in playing basketball, you want them to play for Larry Babbage because they're going to have a really good enrichment process and they're going to have fun playing hoops in front of their friends.
No question about that. So, again, this is the pregame show. I should remind you, brought to you by our friends at North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Always a good time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, especially this Lenten season. They got the best Friday fish fry around. So they're going to get set for the anthem here at North Ridgeville. We'll step aside, take our first time out here in the pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you players to watch and starting lineups right here. It's the WEOL Cage Matchup.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles. Planning a party? Convenient has your party service meat department with expert hand. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
All right, back in North Ridgeville here on the North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco pregame show. Rocco Nucci, Jared Kozar, Joe Bach all here with you this afternoon for a Division IV district title game between Canfield and Brookside. Both of the Cardinals, so we'll have to keep tabs on that as the afternoon moves along. You can't say Cardinals because you don't know who we're talking about, so we'll stick with Brookside and Canfield. And again, big thanks to North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for sponsoring our pregame show. Also want to shout out Chris Yeckel. He's been one of our standout interns here on WEOL, and he's doing the public address announcing here this afternoon at North Ridgeville. So a big shout out to Christopher Yeckel doing that. So let's bring you the starting lineups as they do the same here at North Ridgeville. First, for top-seeded Canfield. Again, they are led by second-year head coach Andy Volakovich. They went 21-3 this season, 8-0 in conference play. That was first in the All-American Conference. And again, their starting five will look like this. At 11.5 points per game, it will be junior number 1, Joey Gabriel. A sophomore alongside him, that's number 2 at just under 5 points per game, Donnie Furco. A senior wearing number 13 at 8.5 points per game, that is Bryce Roberts. Landon Shina in the starting lineup as well. He's a senior wearing number number 22 at 7.5 points per contest. And rounding out the starting five for Canfield, last, certainly not least, though, it is Jace Ricardo, the junior, number 23, their leading scorer at just over 15 points per game. And for the Brookside Cardinals, the 8th seed under head coach Larry Babbix. They went 19-5 this season, did the Brookside Cardinals, 13-1 in the Lorain County League, tying Keystone for first place in the conference. Their starting five looks like this. It'll be junior number 3, Alex Era, at 11 points per game. Another junior, that's number 5, Ethan Blythe, at 9.5 points per game. Their leading scorer at 20.5 points per game. It is junior number 10, Mason Wechter. Zeke Lind, a sophomore, wears number 22. He's in the starting five as well. Their second leading scorer at just over 17 points per game. And rounding out the starting five for Coach Babbix's Brookside Cardinals, it is Noah Muniz, a junior wearing number 33, just under 3 points per game for Noah. Brookside, they scored 70 points per game this season. They shoot it from the field at 43% overall, 30% from beyond the arc, 68% at the free throw line, 36 rebounds a game, 13.5 assists per game. Very similar numbers for Canfield, Jared, right at that 70 point per game mark, 49% overall from the field, 30% from the beyond the arc, 61% at the free throw line. So statistically speaking anyways, these two teams line up fairly similarly, but Canfield, on paper anyway, the favorite coming in, they were the top seed, as Coach Babbix basically, was transparent about on the wrap-up show today.
Yeah, he made no bones about it, and Larry never does, so you can always expect an honest answer. But, he basically outlined it's an uphill battle, but, they've felt that way when they've gone out of conference. You think about a team that's scheduled 3 schools from the SWC, played up whenever they had that opportunity. So it's not as if this is something where they're completely out of their element here, and I think Larry would have it any other way in terms of where he's at right now.
So looking at players to watch for both sides. First for Brookside, obviously things start for them with junior number 10, Mason Wechter. He's at 20.5 points per game, 48% field goal shooter, 37% from beyond the arc, 68% from the free throw line, just under 10 rebounds per game, and 41 steals as a whole this season for Mason Wechter. Sophomore Zeke Lind as well for them. He wears number 22, 17.5 points per game for him, 48% from the field, 35% from beyond the arc. Wechter and Lind can certainly fill it up, and you know that the Canfield defense will be locked in on them this afternoon. For Canfield, it starts with junior number 23, Jace Ricardo. Jared, just looking at the height first and foremost, he's 6'7", so that in and of itself presents some problems for Brookside head coach Larry Babbix to try to find a way to combat. On top of that, he's a 15-point game per game scorer, I should say, 35% from beyond the arc and 6 rebounds per game to lead the team as well. So clearly he's a guy that obviously he'll hurt you inside at 6'7", but he can step out and hit the 3 ball as well.
Jumped right out at us during warm-ups in terms of just being a guy to watch and, somebody that you could tell is special and commands some presence. So see how it goes. The volume that I think that Larry Babbix and company want to get out there in terms of getting shots up, they just don't want to come away with empty possessions early in this ball game. I think that even if it's a missed shot, they're okay with it because it means it's an opportunity.
Absolutely. So Brookside, they'll be in their black uniforms with the white numbering and lettering. Canfield in the white with the red numbering and lettering, as it will be Wechter and Ricardo jumping it up in the center circle to get this basketball game underway. Division IV district final on the line, and the jump ball is out of bounds. Last touched by Ricardo for Canfield, so Brookside will get the first offensive possession to start this afternoon's ball game. They're moving right to left on your screen. Canfield will be going left to right. Kristen Bauer in the house as well. She made an appearance on the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. She'll have some great photos for the Chronicle Telegram after this one. Find them online as well over at chroniclet.com. So here comes Era on the attack, fires to the corner. Muniz 3-ball up, and no, touch too strong off the back iron. Rebound tapped around, controlled by Canfield. So a good look for Brookside to start things. Muniz just can't find a way to hit it. Ricardo tries his luck from the corner pocket. That one no good, left it short, and then Wechter got shoved on the rebound. That one will be assessed to the senior for Canfield, Landon Shina. That's a big key, I think, today for Brookside, Jared. You're going to give up some open looks to Canfield. Larry alluded to as much on the wrap-up show today when he joined us. But you got to rebound, right? And you got to limit the second chance possessions and second chance points that Canfield will be looking for here. And oh my, Era sent a young man down to the floor. I hope he's all right. Went to grab his ankle. Wechter fires for three. That one no good. Offensive rebound for Brookside, but no, a travel as Blythe came down with it and landed out of bounds as, boy, Donnie Furco, he got shook out of his shoes right there. Jared Era just dropped him.
He appears to be okay. He's going to the bench. I think they're going to work on that a little bit, but got up under his own power. But, yeah, it was a stop-start that you see at the NBA level.
Yeah, that brought the Brookside faithful surrounding us, literally surrounding us to life a little bit. As now Canfield looks to score their first bucket of the ball game. That one from beyond the arc, no good. Rebound, a Wechter for Brookside. It was Joey Gabriel missing that three ball for Canfield. So Era seeing some heavy backcourt pressure now, as it was Colin Casey, the junior, who came in to replace Donnie Furco. Corner pocket three up for the Brookside Cardinals. That one no good. A rebound secured by Joey Gabriel. Got to remind myself I can't just say Cardinals because that could be Brookside or Canfield here today. Off the bench, three ball for Canfield. That one no good. Offensive rebound, though, secured for Canfield. It was Casey missing that three ball. Now another one launched by Shina. That one no good. Rebound to Noah Muniz for Brookside.
You could go Cards North if you want.
There you go. We could go that way as Brookside turns this one over. Opportunity now for Canfield the other way. Layup inside, no good. Gabriel the stick back, no, but he's bumped and fouled on the way up. And it'll be two free throws for Joey Gabriel, as I think Ethan Blythe is who's going to pick that up. No, check that. Noah Muniz picks it up.
Boy, something about tournament basketball just this last week in particular. Teams are having a hard time getting out of the gates. We're nearly 2 minutes into this one, and the first points may come at the line.
It's loud in here. It's a new environment for one of these teams. For Brookside, as Gabriel converts on that first free throw. So there's our first point of the game, 1-0 Canfield. But again, the Canfield Cardinals were here just a year ago. They had won their district championship game, advanced to the regional semis, where they were taken out by Warrensville Heights. As Gabriel hits both free throws there, it's 2-0 Canfield, just over a minute and a half into this one. Colin Casey applying pressure to Alex Era, who uses an Ethan Blythe screen. Era looking to penetrate inside, now finds Wechter in the corner. Wechter got bumped and lost the basketball. Colin Casey hits the floor for it for Canfield. And what did they get, a timeout? Or no, a foul? No, it's a... What are they saying here?
30-second
timeout. He was saying number 3 called for the timeout, which would be Colin Casey. And now Canfield head coach Velakovic saying, no, he didn't call for a timeout. So what do we got? Is it a 30-second timeout? It is. So I don't know if Canfield wanted it, but they got it. A 30-second timeout. Let's sneak one in ourselves. It is 2-0 Canfield, just over a minute and a half into this one. We'll be back with more.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Back here at North Ridgeville, 2-0 game, Canfield in front of Brookside. Both teams with some decent looks here through 2 minutes of play, Jared, just unable to drop one through. But to your point, I think there's still some nerves, and you got to get a couple up at the rim before you start seeing them go through at a higher clip. So Ricardo with it now. He fires across court to Joey Gabriel. Gabriel looking for a cutter inside. Now they work it inside out. And district championship game, a spot in the Sweet 16 on the line here this afternoon at North Ridgeville. Ricardo charging baseline. His floater, no. His own stick back, though, is good. Jace Ricardo, you see some of the problems he'll present Brookside with on display right there. Jared missed it inside. Nobody able to get a body on him. And it's an easy deuce for Ricardo as Colin Casey picks up the foul. A little too Hainesy there with Alex Era. And that could be a difference-making call. Another thing we talked with Larry about on the wrap-up show today, how would they officiate this one early and often? He said this is a very physical Canfield team. They're going to apply backcourt pressure just like that, and they pick up an early foul here.
John Schuler, one of our familiar area officials on this game, he does a tremendous job. So don't know what kind of working relationship that Larry Babbitts and John Schuler have, but they'll get a little bit cozier as the afternoon goes on.
There you go, Ethan Blythe, nice entry pass to him. He missed it. Wechter's follow, no good. How about another chance here for Brookside? That one doesn't go. Man, 3 great looks for Brookside, just not able to send one through the twine. Now a loose ball. Brookside on the floor for it. They got it. Now the ball's loose again, and Canfield ends up with it. Boy, Larry wasn't kidding. This is a physical team. This will be a physical matchup here today. Oh, maybe a travel there for Canfield they get away with. Instead, little floater by Bryce Roberts, no good. Rebound taken away by Zeke Lind. Look at Zeke pushing the other way. He lost the basketball, and that one goes out of bounds. Heads up Kristen Bauer on the baseline over there. It'll be Brookside basketball as Grant Seacrest checks in for Canfield. Donnie Furco also returns for the Cardinals.
Kristen Bauer perpetually in harm's way this week. It just seems like we've had a lot of issues trying to get her on the same page from a health and wellness and safety standpoint.
Well, Mr. HR, that could be something on your plate this coming week if anything goes awry here at North Ridgeville this afternoon. Zeke Lind inside. Tough take. You can count that one and the foul. Yes, sir. Landon Shina picks up the foul. Zeke Lind, heck of a take right there from the young man, and that should be 2 on Shina, and it is. So Zeke Lind, the first field goal of the afternoon for Brookside. Chance to pull his team back within 1 right here. Free throw from Zeke is up and rolls around and in. So Zeke Lind converts on the 3-point opportunity. Brookside back within 1. 4-3 our score, 4.5 left to play in this opening stanza. They'll work it inside to Ricardo, Will Canfield. Ricardo, little push shot with the right hand. That one no good. Rebound secured by Mason Wechter of Brookside. Can Wechter get himself going? I only saw Brookside once this season, Jared. They took a bad loss at home to Avon, and I only say bad by the score discrepancy. That's certainly not a team to hang your head about losing to, but that was a tough afternoon, or a tough evening, I should say, rather, for Mason Wechter. Never really got himself going in that ball game. Can't afford to have that happen today. Nice give and go, but Zeke Lind missed it inside. Boy, that's a great look right there. Larry Babbitt's, I think, asking for a potential goaltend. Someone may have grabbed the net from underneath. Nonetheless, it's no call. Ricardo missed that 3 ball. It's out of bounds. And the officials pointed one way, Larry Babbitt's pointed the other, and Larry's going to lose that exchange 10 times out of 10.
But he's going to keep trying. That's what you have to admire out of him. He and Brian Kelly do such a good job as far as working this. It's sort of the good cop, bad cop, but it's bad cop sometimes.
Right now, Brian's even chiming in a little bit. As he should, man. District championship game, why not? Brian Kelly did tremendous work getting me roster, stats, starters, all that good stuff, helping me out with some fun tidbits this week. That's another bucket inside there for Canfield. 2 more for Ricardo. He's got 6 here in the early going, and it's 6-3 Canfield. Era charging inside, fires to the corner, 3 ball up for Brookside. That one no good. Rebound Mason Wechter. Look at him going right at Ricardo, just can't get it to go. Now Ricardo clears for Canfield. Boy, Wechter not intimidated by Jace Ricardo whatsoever to start this basketball game, as Gabriel tries one inside for Canfield. That one no good. Rebound to the guys in black. Zeke Lind bringing it across the half-court stripe. Now Joey Gabriel switches on to him. Lind swings it left side to Mason Wechter. You know they're going to be on top of him. Wechter looking to give it to Lind, who wasn't paying attention, then finally found the basketball, tracked it down. Alex Era comes out to reset it. Era, he dropped Donnie Furco once already this game. He may be trying to send him to the deck once again. Era inside, little push shot, no good. A rebound taken away by Canfield. Man, Brookside, Jared, a lot of good looks inside right now. They just aren't going. Ricardo tries his luck for 3, splash. Well, Jace Ricardo, you see right there what makes him so good. Blythe the other way, fires to the corner. That 3 ball up, no good. Offensive rebound for Ethan Blythe. It's Danny Freeze who tried that one and missed. Wechter tries again. That one no good. Ethan Blythe working hard on the inside, and it's out of bounds off of Donnie Furco. It'll stay with Brookside as both teams will trot out a substitution. It's Colin Casey for Canfield and Colton Casey, no relation, for Brookside.
Boy, Blythe just battling inside. Maybe one of these is going to go down for Brookside, but keeping possessions alive against a pretty physical team and maybe a bigger team. It's pretty heroic going on right now, what he's doing.
Yeah, oh boy, bad turnover there. Era just threw that one away. And Canfield has numbers the other way. Outlet pass up ahead is a good one. And Grant Seacrest finishes that off. 2 more for Canfield. 11-3, just like that. Canfield on top of Brookside by 8. Noah Muniz comes back to the scorer's table, set to return for Brookside at the next dead ball. Look at that Canfield coaching staff, animated as ever over there. Mason Wechter with it, looking inside for Blythe. May have got undercut there, and then a flop as Blythe lays that one in. And I'm not trying to pick on Donnie Furco too much on that one, Jared. Far be it for me to pick on a high school kid, but that's about as clear a flop as you're going to see from Furco right there. And that pass from Ricardo tipped out of bounds.
Couple things going on there. You got to give Wechter room to get down once he receives that pass.
Agreed.
So that was the first infraction, and then, the flop. But again, it's a tournament basketball game, district title. You got to throw it all out there.
Every possession, every point, every shot, every play matters at this stage. You know that as well as anybody, Jared. As Joey Gabriel with the basketball looking inside for Ricardo. He kicks it back out to Casey. Thought about that three ball, instead swings it over to Gabriel once again. He attacks right of the lane. Gabriel got mugged on the way to the cup. And Joey Gabriel has 2 free throws coming for his Canfield Cardinals as Ethan Blythe picks up the personal. It'll be his first.
Foul on number 5 of Brookside.
So Gabriel to the charity stripe here. He is a 68% free throw shooter, and he's no good on the first. Zeke Lind back into the ball game for Brookside as Bryce Roberts and Landon Shina both return for Canfield. Once again, a big thanks to your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for sponsoring our pregame show here this afternoon on WEOL as Gabriel splits the pair. All 3 of his points so far from the free throw line, and it's 12-5 Canfield. Blythe looking to push the pace a little bit, gets it to Noah Muniz. Muniz got cut off in the lane, needs someone to pass it to. Finally gets it to Era. Now he gets stuck in the corner. Era nearly threw it away. Zeke Lind able to save the possession. Some of these passes right now for Brookside, a little dicey. Lind launches for 3. Little set shot is pure. Zeke Lind, a much-needed step-back trifecta. Brookside back within 4. Gabriel rejected on his way to the hole as Mason Wechter sent him away. Ball will stay with Canfield.
Boy, Zeke Lind really making his presence felt. The sophomore got a half dozen out of his team's 8. So right now, where would they be without him?
Sure.
And that was a confident 3. He stepped right into that and said, you know what, I'm going to do it myself.
Nice first quarter so far for Zeke Lind. As Canfield gets Jace Ricardo back into the basketball game now. Very, very, very abbreviated rest for him, as is to be expected, I think, here this afternoon. Joey Gabriel wheels it back out towards that Ranger logo at half court, now goes on the attack. Ricardo works it back up top, and Canfield, with 30 seconds left in this quarter, is going to elect for the final shot here. Ricardo inside. Oh, he got away with a walk as that pass was tipped out of bounds by Wechter. And boy, I think Larry's got a case there. That's right in front of at least 2 officials. Jared, as I think Ricardo got an extra step or 2 on that exchange.
Well, he's appealing to the other official because John Schuler said it's not a travel. I mean, it's not going to go his way right now.
Yeah. Boy, it feels like every postseason trip we take out here to North Ridgeville, things get spicy in a hurry, my friend. Something about this Ranger house that just brings out the best of emotions in everybody. Or maybe the worst, too. Ricardo inside, layup good. Ricardo with 9 in this first quarter. Canfield pushes their lead to 6. There's 3 seconds left to go for Zeke Lind. Lind steps into a 3 at the horn. No! And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've played 1 here at North Ridgeville. Our score in this boys Division IV district championship game, Canfield 14, Brookside 8. We're back with second quarter action after this.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Are you a board member of a nonprofit organization? Do you want to start a nonprofit organization? Are you concerned your nonprofit may not be in compliance with federal and state tax laws and reporting requirements? Contact Alan Januzzi, CPA, who has over 37 years of experience working with small to medium-sized nonprofit organizations and groups. Alan is a proud supporter of Lorain County High School athletics and wants to wish good luck to all of our area teams in the tournament. Just mention WEOL when you contact Alan Januzzi, CPA.
1 quarter in the books as we get set for the second stanza here at North Ridgeville. It is a 14-8 lead for Canfield on top of Brookside. Canfield the top seed, Brookside the 8. Big discrepancy on max preps for these two. They got Canfield ranked as number 48 in the state, Jared. Brookside all the way down at 211. So perennial upset watch if Brookside's able to make this one an interesting one late as far as max preps is concerned. But Hard to really call Coach Babbitt's team a true underdog in too many environments, although I think, again, on paper, even he would admit today that might be the case.
Some of that data is non-objective.
There you go. As that three from Furco is no good. Offensive rebound taken in and laid up and in by Bryce Roberts. His first field goal of the game right there. Canfield now up 8. Head coach Babbitt's barking out some instructions for his Brookside Ball Club. Muniz sets the screen for Era. Oh, nice backdoor cut for Ethan Blythe. Lefty layup, good. Ethan Blythe, beautiful cut there. Timed it well. As soon as that defender turned his head around, Jared Blythe had him beat backdoor. That's an easy layup for him.
And he's played well inside on both ends right now. So if you got to look at what's going right for Brookside, that's a battle you might not have thought you could win earlier, but you're winning it right now.
I'm with you on that. China inside and a walk. China won too many steps inside. Give it back to Brookside as it'll be Grant Sechrist back into the game here for Canfield. He'll replace China. Andy Velakovic, he is the head coach for Canfield. He'll have a quick conversation with his senior there, saying you can't afford those turnovers in this kind of ball game, young man. Velakovic just in his second year at the helm here for Canfield, although he is a 1999 Canfield graduate, did some coaching elsewhere along the way. He was at Warren Harding for a while, and then Canton McKinley, his Era inside, is bumped and fouled. And that'll be 2 free throws for Alex Era, as it is, I think, Sechrist who picks it up. And it is. So head coach Andy Velakovic, he was at Warren Harding from 2013 to 2018, and then he was at Canton McKinley, the team, Jared, that you guys will be seeing later on tonight, taking on Elyria at Barberton for a Division I district championship. He was there from 2018 to 2023, and then he was on back home to Canfield. First free throw from Era is good. So that's good for Alex Era to get his first point there at the free throw line. As we know, with jump shooters sometimes, Jared, you got to get yourself going from the inside, and maybe that comes with the free throw line. Just seeing one go through the net can do wonders. As Era, that one in and out, no good. 16-11 our score. Canfield leads Brookside by 5, 6.5 left to play in the first half here at North Ridgeville. A spot in next week's regional semi on the line. Ricardo tries a little 15-footer, good.
He is as advertised.
Boy, is he. Ricardo at 15 points per game, just over 15, 15.2 to be exact. But boy, you're seeing why he can fill it up offensively right there.
He's going to get to that by the half, and that's not that Brookside's doing a bad job with him. It's just he's that good. He does everything right. He's in good position, takes good shots, follows the miss, everything you want.
Well, and he's making some of these Canfield offensive possessions look easy, Jared. And look at this for Brookside. Look at how hard they have to work just to get the basketball inside. Zeke Lind, off the rubber rim, no good. But he was bumped and fouled and has 2 free throws coming his way, as that one is assessed to Donnie Furco, and that'll be Furco's first.
He's making Brookside work for it, spreading them out. And, some situations when the outside shooting is where they want it to be, that's not such a bad thing. But right now, they're trying to go back to that blue-collar mentality, and you saw it right there with Lynn, driving baseline, taking some contact, and getting to the line.
Zeke Lind, big free throw for him, his 7th point of the ball game. As Furco and Sechrist will both take a seat. China back into the basketball game. And I think Bryce Roberts returning as well. He's in there with Colin Casey. I think it was Casey, actually, the other substitution there, along with China. One more free throw here for Lynn. That one good. And you see Brookside, Jared, they're not even trying to crash the offensive glass on those free throw situations. Larry Babbitt's more than content just sprinting his guys back into the half court, try to get set to play some defense. 18-13 our score, as a turnover here. Wechter falling out of bounds. Did he throw it off of China? He did. It goes back to the guys in black. As Canfield gets right back into that full court press here. And that could be a concern, especially as we get towards the second half, Jared. Just fatigue, stamina, having to constantly break that full court pressure, constantly having to pass out of pressure here in the half court, constantly getting hounded on ball. It takes a toll. Era inside, got past Casey, 3-ball up, no. That one off the mark there for Danny Freeze. One and done as Canfield comes away with the rebound. That pass nearly intercepted by Lind, and then Ricardo lost it out of bounds. It goes back to Brookside.
Brookside, I was going to say, Cardinals with a shot here to really take some momentum, but if they can convert here, they can do some damage here, forcing a couple turnovers here in this second quarter.
Yeah, chance to make this a one-possession ball game here if somebody for Brookside can find a way to knock down a bucket.
And Wechter and Ricardo are doing some serious jawing at each other now.
Well,
it's all in good fun, I think.
Oh yeah, that's two guys that want to get to the regional semis next week. I'm all for it as long as it stays clean from a physicality standpoint. I'm all for a little chirping and chattering. Inside, Era, nice move. He got under the arms of Landon China and then kissed it off the glass for 2. Just like that, Brookside within 3. I don't know if you got the tail end of Miami and Ohio University last night, Jared, but there was some jawing between some of the Red Hawks in the OU student section post-game, and I'm all for that, man. It makes it fun, makes it exciting. It lets you know that people in that gymnasium cared about the results of that basketball game, and I'm all for that.
Terrific game as the Red Hawks chased and ran down history.
3 ball for Canfield, no good, and I know that pains you and I to say as a Falcon and Zip respectively here. And a bump and a foul there, and that'll go against Canfield. That's Bryce Roberts who picks it up. It's his first. Head coach Andy Velakovic for Canfield, not a fan of it. Seacrest returns here for Canfield. He'll replace Joey Gabriel.
You know, it does pain you in a way, but I'm a fan of history, and for them to get to 32-0, wow, real impressive, and or 31-0, whatever the mark is, and you'll get your chance. You and Zippy will still have your shot.
I sure hope so. Nice over-the-top pass to Wechter, working inside against Ricardo, and Wechter gets the best of him on that time. Mason Wechter, his first field goal. How good that must feel for him, and just like that, they're back within 1. 4 minutes left to play in this first half. Ricardo thought he might launch that 3. Instead gets it to China. They work it to Roberts. Now back to Ricardo. Looking to reverse it. Now he does to Colin Casey. Casey steps into a healthy 3 ball, and he banked it in. Head coach Babix, man, just throws his arms up at the sky saying, you got to be kidding me. We're playing the percentages, and he still beats us as Casey splashed home that 3 ball. Colin Casey, not a prolific 3-point shooter, but he made that one, and that's all that mattered. And, an offensive foul call as China went crashing down. Freeze barreled into him, and that one's going the other way. So Freeze picks up his first personal, and that's...
Yep, the Brookside faithful behind us
they don't
probably,
like that. Yeah.
Probably picking up pretty well. You can hear that they're not fans.
They don't like that one. You know... it's one where there was contact, and it wasn't insignificant contact, but China could throw that one on the acting resume if he so chose. Ricardo, little push shot, no good. Got his own misto to Jason, then he lost it on the way up. He wanted to foul, didn't get it. Wechter the other way. Wechter inside. His layup good. Boy, Mason Wechter like a breakaway locomotive going the other way, Jared. Nobody from Canfield dared step in his way.
Yeah, he's starting to feel it, not from the outside, but, just like you said, that driving the lane, getting inside, getting physical.
So give Brookside some credit, man. 3 minutes left to play in this first half. They are very much in this ball game as China missed inside, and now Brookside, Jared, chance to tie or take the lead. Era with the basketball, a little sloppy with the handle there, and then retained it, and now we got a foul inside, and that's Colin Casey who picks it up. And that'll be number 2 on him.
It's the 4th-team foul as well, so 2:46 left to play. They might be a little handicapped in terms of what they want to do defensively, but the Brookside Cardinals, they're here to compete, and they're here to try to advance.
Boy, are they.
They're not just happy to be here.
Joey Gabriel back in for Canfield. Bryce Roberts takes a seat. Lynn looking to get it in. Dangerous pass to Ethan Blind. Somehow that got there. Boy, this is physical defense here from Canfield. They are making every single pass a contested one right now for Brookside. Credit Larry Babbitt's team, though. They're handling it. Wechter forced his way up to the rim. That one no good, and out of bounds. Last touched by Brookside as Colton Casey poked it out of bounds. Possession back to Canfield. Noah Muniz returns for Brookside, as does Alex Era. Danny Freeze will take a seat, as will Zeke Lind.
Now you're starting to see reaping the rewards of those grueling practices that Larry Babbitt talks about, and he's had it really since he took over the Brookside program. They made the weight room a commitment. They made film 2-hour practices and just going at each other hard a commitment for situations like this.
Well, and that's a big kudos to Athletic Director Chris Atkins for allowing them to access to those facilities at will, essentially, as Ricardo, another 2 points for him inside. Canfield back on top by 4.
And he talked about that with you guys in the wrap-up this morning. They have access to whatever they need. It's not a situation of everything's prohibited from him.
Not that Larry doesn't share, right? But we know
doesn't like to.
Right? Well, who does? Era spinning inside against Casey, off glass. Good. Strong take there by Alex Era. Young man has 5 now for Brookside, as Larry Babbitt's Cardinals are back within 2. Seacrest gets it, hands it right back off to Colin Casey. Now Joey Gabriel gets it on the reversal. They're looking inside for Ricardo again. Instead, they get it to Casey. Now right back to Roberts. Roberts working against Colton Casey, for Brookside. Now into the hands of Colin Casey. Again, obviously no relation between those two. Joey Gabriel now with the basketball way back up top. Gabriel charging inside, and a foul will go against Colton Casey, and that'll be his first. So Bryce Roberts returns for Canfield. He'll replace Colin Casey. $1:26 left to play in this first half. Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show coming up after these next 90 seconds and change. Is that pass intercepted by Colton Casey? Casey not having a size advantage inside, tried to shovel one off to a flashing Muniz, but Seacrest got back for Canfield and deflected it. That's a tall order going against the much taller Bryce Roberts. They got him at 6'2" in the book.
Great job to create that turnover. Maybe a better job to maintain possession.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all. So Lind back into the ball game along with Ethan Blythe. They'll get it into Mason Wechter. Wechter, he had some space there. I thought he might do well to shoot that one. Instead, works it into Era. That pass too hot to handle off of Zeke Lind. And then Freeze, he may have been able to save that. I don't know if he realized who that was off of, Jared. He just let that one go out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he thought it was tipped and it was going to come back their way. Not the case. Brookside has to get back on defense. 1:15 left to go here. They're going to settle back into that zone.
It's a 2-point game, and you're right, Jared. Brookside back in that zone. Really trying to pack the paint, make it tough on Jace Ricardo. They're going to make them shoot perimeter shots. Ricardo gets it anyway. Free throw line. Good, man. 15 points already now for Jace Ricardo, right at that nightly scoring average, as Canfield pushes their lead back up to 4. Hop, skip, and a step inside for Blythe. He got cut off, had to give it up. Freeze, did he step out of bounds? He did. Colton Casey, stepping out of bounds for Brookside. Basketball back to Canfield. 49 seconds left to play in this first half. As Joey Gabriel walks it across the half-court line for Canfield, head coach Andy Velakovich barking out instructions. As let's see if they elect to take the final shot here of this first half. Bryce Roberts got it back from Ricardo. Alex Era giving chase to him. Colton Casey comes up for the short double. Then they work it around to Seacrest, now right back to Roberts. Down to 25 seconds and counting. Roberts in some trouble, and that's an inadvertent whistle. I think he had the wrong half-court line to the official right there. He was pointing at the darker line. The bright yellow one right across the middle of the Ranger right there is the half-court line. I'm not sure what the darker lines are for, actually. Is that wrestling, potentially, that those are used for?
Boy,
wrestling mat placements?
You got me.
I'm not sure. It's not the 10-foot volleyball line, obviously.
No,
that's
not.
the white
those
one.
Those are pretty well defined.
So I'm not sure what that one is. But either way, it's the mix-up there for the official, an inadvertent whistle. So Casey gets it back. Canfield gets it back, and they work it inside to Ricardo. He's got 2 more. 8 points this quarter for Ricardo. He's got 17 and a half. Canfield up by 6. Ara to end the first half sends it home on the floater, and that's a beautiful bucket there by Alex Ara, who finishes that first half with 7 points all in the first quarter. Well, hey, we've played one half here at North Ridgeville in Brookside. They're the 8 seed. They're giving top-seeded Canfield everything they can handle right now as they are within 4. Our score here at the break as we send things to the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. It's Canfield 27, Brookside 23. We're right back with more after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Back here at North Ridgeville, Rocco Nucci, Jared Kozar, Joe Bach, all here with you. Jared, how do you spell that, by the way?
It is B-O-C-K.
You're dang right it is, and we certainly appreciate him being on hand for this one. Tremendous camera work for him thus far, although he's no rookie behind the lens there by any stretch of the imagination.
Speaking of no rookie, got to share with you a fun fact that you might not be aware of, Rock Dog. Globe-trotting Joe Bach, or at least East Coast trotting Joe Bach these days, but at one point a member of the 44054 zip code. So he's sort of on the side of the Brookside Cardinals here today.
There you go.
Again, Lorraine guy through and through, but resides in the 44054. So he's a fan and he's allowed. That's why we packed him today. Thought it would be a really good idea.
Look at that, getting some geographical commenting, and it's not coming from Rob Polinsky. How about that? That's a rare sight to behold.
I'll save that for later.
Well, that's you certainly will. Speaking of later, we will have more tournament basketball for you guys tonight. It'll be 7 o'clock at Barberton, a boys Division I district championship game between Canton McKinley and Brett Larrick's Elyria Pioneers. So good luck to Coach Larrick and his guys in that one. Again, Rob and Jared will have the call for you guys down there at Barberton. That'll be an audio only, but you can still listen right here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. So, Jared, let's take a look at the first half numbers. Again, Canfield leading Brookside right now 27-23, and we'll start with the numbers for Brookside. Alex Era right now, 7 points for him, all coming in that second quarter. So a really big first half for that young man. Ethan Blythe has 4, as does Mason Wechter, who was scoreless after one quarter, but he picked himself up a little bit in that second frame with 4 points. And Zeke Lind right now pacing Brookside. He's got 8 in that first half. Nothing from Noah Muniz and no scoring off the bench so far today for Brookside. For Canfield, it's no surprise, Jace Ricardo with 17. And boy, I mean, you just look up to that scoreboard on your left as Joe Bach pans over to it, and that 17 sticks out like a sore thumb on the left side of that scoreboard right there. Very crooked number in that first half for Jace Ricardo. So he definitely got it going. He had 9 in the first, 8 in the second to lead all scorers right now. Joey Gabriel has 3 as well for Canfield, as does Colin Casey, Grant Seacrest, and Bryce Roberts each have 2. So, and you said it, Jared, Ricardo just as advertised for us here this afternoon, if not more, from his efforts in that first half. Where would Canfield be right now without the shot making of Jace Ricardo?
And he's making it, I wouldn't say look easy. I mean, he's working at it, but it's just, there's not a whole lot of wasted effort out of here. Really, there can't be out of him because he is working nonstop. It's a matter of right place, right time, makes the good decision for the most part, gets his teammates in good position too, and then makes Brookside work on the offensive end in terms of they could put him in the middle of almost any defense that they want to get aligned, and he just moves really well. And it rotates to the shooter, does everything that you want. Like you said, you saw it in warm-up, you're like, that guy's going to be great. You know that he's going to be special and living up to it, and then some in that first half.
Yeah, no question about that. So exciting first half here in North Ridgeville, no question, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the second half might hold. So why don't we step aside, take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get some team stats from Jared. I don't think we have any other scores to pass along at the current moment. Jared, I don't know if you had seen anything. I forget. I know we have other teams playing today. Avon's in a district final.
Yeah, I'm looking for them, but I haven't.
They're the other 3:30, correct? Amherst is at 7 tonight.
Correct.
Oberlin is at 7 tonight as well. So good luck to Mike Fitch as they're playing right now. His Avon Eagles taking on Highland. I know Pat Bray and his Amherst Comets have action here this evening. against North Royalton. Oberlin has their hands full with Kirtland later on tonight at 7. That one all the way out in Salem. And Chris Delicio's Olmsted Falls Bulldogs take on Hudson, a team that his daughter, the Lady Bulldogs of Olmsted Falls, just saw and defeated last night to punch their ticket to the regional semis. So we'll see if we can find that Avon score at some point. But if not, Jared will have team stats for you nonetheless. Coming up on the other side of the break here on the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Are you a board member of a nonprofit organization? Do you want to start a nonprofit organization? Are you concerned your nonprofit may not be in compliance with federal and state tax laws and reporting requirements? Contact Alan Januzzi, CPA, who has over 37 years of experience working with small to medium-sized nonprofit organizations and groups. Alan is a proud supporter of Lorain County High School athletics and wants to wish good luck to all of our area teams in the tournament. Just mention WEOL when you contact Alan Januzzi, CPA.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Back here at North Ridgeville, it is the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. Mallard Creek Golf Club, make sure you reserve your tee time today. Play your next round at the Duck on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Well, Rocco, Jared, Joe Bach all here with you this afternoon. Jared, you got some team stats for us, and we got a halftime update from Avon as well. Eagles leading Highland right now, 29-21.
Good work out of Mike Fitch and company through one half of basketball. Of course, Highland in our coverage area in a way as well. So
mostly for football, right, with our Medina County matchup, but yeah.
But interesting, those schools matching up in football and now in basketball postseason play, so you like seeing that. Here at the NRAC, the North Ridgeville Academic Center.
There you go.
It is Brookside trailing by 4 points here at the intermission, 27-23. The Brookside Cardinals, 9 of 25 from the field in the first half of play, 36%. Maybe not where they want to be, but it was a slow start. They picked it up as the first half went on. 4 of 5 at the line, 12 rebounds, 6 turnovers. These are big numbers to me, Rocco, and we'll get to that with Canfield in a moment. Canfield, 11 of 27 from the field, 41%, 3 of 4 at the line, 75%. So they're playing them pretty even there. The rebounds, 13, turnovers, 5. Brookside's pretty much neck and neck in rebounds and turnovers with one heck of a basketball team through the first 16 minutes. So I think those are numbers that jump off and says we're not losing any real battles here.
No.
We're competing there. We're right where we need to be. And that's got to be the message, I think, as you go in and get ready for this third quarter of play is that, it's a 4-point deficit right now. A guy like Larry Babbage probably is thinking to himself, there's a few possessions that if we do something differently, we're tied. We may even have the lead. If we get a turnover there, that traveling call, I know that Larry has some issues sometimes of putting stuff behind him. You got to be able to do that today. He was 100% correct, and Ricardo got away with a walk that led to an eventual bucket on that end.
Right.
And I think that a guy like Larry thinks about those type of possessions, and in his head he's thinking, well, that's 2 that they shouldn't have, but you can't worry about that. The outcome is right now it came out as 2, you're down 4, and he and Brian Kelly, a really good skull session going on right now. just to the right of us.
Let's see if we can sneak in a quick 30 before we get second half action underway. We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
After the timeout, Noah Muniz missed that 3-ball for Brookside that you guys didn't see. Our apologies for that. That one's on me, Jared. I'll throw myself under the bus on that one. As Canfield will get it right back again. Noah Muniz missing that 3-ball for Brookside to start this second half. Canfield with the 4-point lead, with the Brookside Cardinals right there with him. Ricardo inside. Wechter got a paw to it, and tough to tell from our angle, but a foul call nonetheless will go against Mason Wechter, and that'll be number 1 on Mason. Wechter just 4 points in that first half, so Jace Ricardo kind of winning the matchup battle, although, Jared, it really hasn't been Wechter against Ricardo offense-defense per se, as Brookside has really zoned things up defensively, and Ricardo misses on that first free throw.
You're right, but there is that theory of good on good, and those guys have found each other a few times and had a few exchanges.
Well, Wechter at 20.5 points per game. He's stuck at 4 right now, as Ricardo splits the pair, making good on the second. And again, I just draw back to the one time I saw Brookside in person this year, tough one at home against Avon. Wechter was pretty much taken out of that ball game, more or less from start to finish. Had a couple of buckets, but nothing significant. I didn't think that could afford to happen today for Brookside if they were going to win it. But right now it's the supporting cast doing their part. Noah Muniz, his first field goal of the afternoon. Brookside back within a possession. It's a 3-point game. Under 7 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Again, big thanks to Mallard Creek Golf Club, our halftime show sponsor. Appreciate them hopping on board with us here throughout the season and postseason. 3-ball up for Shina. No, off back iron, but he got his own miss. Nobody boxed him out. That can be the tough part of the zone defense sometimes, Jared. You don't have a true matchup to box out. You just got to go find somebody. Brookside couldn't do so there, but there, Wechter able to corral the rebound off a Joey Gabriel miss. Wechter up ahead of the pack now, looking to work himself inside. Lost Ricardo, just missed it off the rubber rim. No good. Loose ball off of Ricardo. It'll stay with Brookside.
Yeah, right idea for Mason Wechter for sure. Just didn't go down. And is he all right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He's looking at his teeth. I don't know if he chipped a tooth or what. I'm not sure, but he'll take a seat. So Wechter, man, I hope he's all right. I'm not sure what happened there. Contact to the face, as he seems to be okay. Still kind of digging in his mouth there. Era tries one inside. That one no good. Rebounded Jace Ricardo. He might have braces or something, and I think that's what he's saying, that something got kind of bumped loose in there. But Gabriel now the other way for 2. Canfield back up by 5 off the Joey Gabriel layup. 6 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Zeke Lind working against Bryce Roberts here. Roberts played the defense well. He has to kick it back out to Era, does Lind, as Donnie Furco comes out to greet him. Era with it, hands it off to Lind. Lind looking to penetrate inside, and boy, he may have gotten away with the walk. No, he didn't. They hit the whistle and got him for it. Travel, give it back to Canfield. Wechter right back into the ball game. Danny Freeze will take a seat.
Yeah, I think that there was an exchange, and we hope that Mason Wechter's okay, but I don't think Larry Babbitt gave him much of a choice.
No, he really didn't. He basically looked at him and said, "Hey, you breathing? You all right? You alive? All right, you're back over to the table." Yep. We know Larry cares deeply about these kids.
Yeah,
that is not a careless, emotionless thing. That's a I want to get you to the regional semifinals, young man.
Yeah, he did that as much for Mason as Mason's going to do it for him.
Donnie Furco with the basketball here. Mason Wechter on him. Furco got by him. Furco inside, missed it. Shine to the rebound. The stick back is good. 7-point game now. Canfield in front of Brookside. This is one of those areas, Jared, where Brookside, they just got to find a way to weather the storm. They got to stay in this basketball game. You do not want to see this one get to a double-digit deficit. Era working off a Blythe screen. Wechter and Ricardo, man, they are battling inside. No question about that. Era looking to get it inside to Wechter. He just can't get position inside, can Mason Wechter. Zeke Lind has it now. Now they'll force it inside to Mason. He got bumped and fouled. No, an offensive foul as Bryce Roberts went spilling down to the deck, and Wechter will pick up personal number 2. Noah Muniz takes a seat. Danny Freeze returns for Brookside. Boy, oh boy, that's tough. That's a tough one on Mason Wechter. You're working so hard, just to get the basketball inside, and with how physical they're being with him, you go to dish a little bit of that physicality back. Next thing you know, a white jersey's hitting the deck, and you're getting tagged for an offensive foul. That's tough. But got to find a way to persevere if you're Brookside right now. You're down 7, need a stop. Joey Gabriel with the basketball. Alex Era comes out to meet him. Brookside will stay in this zone. Larry Babbitt's barking out some defensive instruction here as, oh boy, do we have the old standstill here. We've seen this before, Jared. Shot clock proponents come on out.
He's one of them.
Larry's one of them, huh? Well, you might see why right here. Bryce Roberts in no hurry here, and they're just going to get it back out to Donnie Furco, and they're just going to work clock.
Canfield fans across the way eating it up. They've seen this before.
Well, and if you're Brookside, you got to do something at some point. That's what Alex Era's saying to Larry right now. You got to come out and do something. Larry Babbitt's staring intently right now from that Brookside bench. Him and Brian Kelly, that whole staff. No answer right now for this, and let's see if they do have one. I mean, 3.5 left to play in the third. You got time, but you're down 7, and Roberts lost the basketball. Joey Roberts lost the basketball. Here comes Mason Wechter the other way. His push shot floater, no. Jace Ricardo the rebound. Boy, tough break there for Brookside. They get the stop, and Roberts nearly lost the basketball. Able to track it down, though. Zeke Lind, the pressure on him. Now into the hands of Bryce Roberts. I think it was a St. Joe's and Magnificat girls game just a handful of years back, Jared, where they quite literally went the entire fourth quarter with that happening. One team standing at half court with it, the other content to just let it happen as that shot was blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Canfield.
Larry's going to take a timeout.
Easy. And he will. Brookside will take a timeout. It is a 30-second timeout, I believe. No, it's a full. It's a full, so we'll sneak one in ourselves. 2:59 left to play here in the third. Brookside down 7. It's a 32-25 Canfield lead. We're back after this.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Well, Larry Babbix gave one of the officials here everything I think he wanted and then some during that timeout. As with 2:59 left to play in this third quarter, Coach Babbix's Cardinals trail the Canfield Cardinals by 7. Division IV district championship game here. Chance to go to the Sweet 16, the regional semis on the line. Homestead Falls girls punched their ticket for the 4th straight season, or rather to the Elite Eight, or to the State Final Four, I'm sorry, for the first time. 4th straight time last night. English is hard sometimes, Jared. But Brookside, their first district title game since 1990. Looking to get to that regional round. Nothing would make Coach Babbix and his staff happier than knocking off Canfield here this afternoon. Down by 7, though. Work to do for his guys. Roberts inside. Got cut off. Shina tees up an open 3. No. Back iron. Nobody boxed out Joey Roberts, though. But he traveled. Joey Roberts traveled with the basketball after crashing that offensive glass. The turnover gives it back to Brookside. Canfield, according to Max Preps, ranked 48th in the state Brookside ranked 211th. And they're within 7 right now. Alex Era with the basketball, met by Donnie Furco. He reverses it all the way over top to Zeke Lind. Zeke Lind, ooh, between the legs. Step back 3, no, off-iron. Rebound Ethan Blythe, but he lost it. Shina comes away with it now for Canfield. Ricardo, ooh, he may have gotten away with the walk, and Wechter sent him away at the rim. Mason Wechter, the rejection on Jace Ricardo. But Canfield able to get it right back. Furco now inside, nearly got tied up, and then Wechter poked it away. Furco dribbled that into trouble, and then Wechter came away with the steal. Lind now with it, and a bump foul assessed to Bryce Roberts. And what's Mason Wechter saying to one of the officials right here? Something, is he saying there's a wet spot down there, I think is what he was trying to say. Let's see, one of the officials is heading down there right now.
Yeah, they're looking for a towel.
Bryce Roberts picks up the foul, his second personal. Is that what it is? Little wet spot down there.
You're looking for a towel. Amy Esser
Yeah,
hops into action.
She's on it. Good on her. And boy, Mason Wechter, that's in true basketball player fashion right there. This is no different than a Sunday pickup rec session, Jared, when somebody half slips a little bit. And that wet spot. And whoever slipped on it's got to come over and point it out, and everybody starts squeaking the shoes. And fortunately, we have higher technology here at North Ridgeville with that towel, but
technology.
Better resources, rather, than my local rec center.
That's what Joe Bach said about us when he set up shop here today. He's like, you guys have incredible resources, incredible technology. In all my years working at TV20 in Lorraine, I've never had access to equipment quite like this, and sophisticated, and a good group of guys.
Well, hey, that's what I aspired to be when you guys tasked me with figuring out how to put football and basketball on video. I was like, you know what, let me look at the work that Joe Bach and TV20 put together over the years. And
he really did set the standard.
He did.
In that
he sure
regard.
did. Wechter, able to save that one from going out of bounds. Bryce Roberts in his shorts practically right now. Now Alex Era hits the deck, and we got another wet spot. Yeah, the officials, we got another wet spot right there.
I wonder if Wechter dragged it back with him. Quite a bit of moisture in our area over the past
I know.
24
I
hours.
Looked up at the ceiling for a second, but not that I'd see.
Well, you're having nightmares from last year when you were over at
oh my gosh, St. Ed's.
Yeah, and then that one got moved.
Moved right
I'm
down the street to
Lakewood. I'm having nightmares about it too,
well,
because I remember the evening that we had.
You had to drive over an hour, I think, to get there. You didn't get there till halftime because you were doing a game on the stream.
Yeah, near Massillon.
Yeah.
Columbia girls were in a regional semi.
When I go from being the first one in the house at Ed's to the last one through the doors at Lakewood because I had to pack up all the stuff and get over there. So, yeah, that was quite the experience, but one we got through and lived to tell about, so we'll take it.
I'd like to say we learned from it, but I don't know that we did.
Learned something. Whether it was beneficial or not, who's to say, really. Era inside against Shina. Now he slips and hits the deck. As, boy, people are losing their footing left and right. Ends up with a Blythe 3-ball. It's pure! Big shot there for Brookside. Brings Larry Babbitt's Cardinals back within 4, and that's huge, Jared. And it's a timeout for Canfield head coach Andy Velakovic. Now he's unhappy. 1:01 left to play here in the third. Our score, Canfield 32, Brookside 28. We're back right after this timeout.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
61 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Rocco Nucci, Jared Kozar, Joe Bach here with you. It's a 4-point game at North Ridgeville. Canfield in front of Brookside. A chance to go to the regional semis on the line, where the winner here will take on the winner of Cleveland Central Catholic and Norton. That regional semi would be Thursday of next week down at the old Canton Memorial Fieldhouse.
Well, you talk about two teams that are, really stacked and have played well over the years. Norton and Central Catholic are, playing some pretty good basketball. This is a stacked region.
Yeah, no question about that. But Hey, as long as Larry Babbix can keep his name in the hat, his guys will fight like heck to keep it in there. And right now they're giving Canfield a game. It's 4-point deficit for Brookside as Shina looks to extend it, and he does. 6-point game now as Landon Shina. He was scoreless in that first half. He's got 4 here in the third quarter. Era being hounded by Donnie Furco. Nowhere for Alex Era to go. Looking for someone to pass it to. They get it to Ethan Blythe. They dump it all the way over top to Zeke Lind. Lind did well to catch it and got bumped on the way up, and he's got 2 free throws coming his way as Donnie Furco picks up the personal. That'll be number 2 on number 2 in white as Noah Muniz returns here for Brookside, or will return.
Zeke Lind has been pretty brave throughout this afternoon as far as taking contact. Not one of the bigger guys out there, but you'd never know it. Again, I think it's a testament to the training program that these guys engage in and how they start their off-season workouts for basketball.
Lind good on that first free throw, and that's big for him. He had 8 points at the half, Jared. Hadn't scored in this third quarter until right there from the free throw line as Colton Casey returns here for Brookside. And another substitution here for the Cardinals. That'll be Davian Audrief checking in. One more for Zeke. Free throw up, short. Tell that one when it left his hand, it was short. So Lind splits the pair. 5-point deficit here for Brookside. 28 seconds left in this third quarter. Roberts up ahead of the pack, shovels it off to Ricardo. Or Shina rather. Shina right at the defense, scores. Wow. It's a tough take there by Landon Shina. It's a 7-point game once again. 12 seconds left here in this third quarter. Zeke Lind with the basketball at the volleyball line. Down to 8. Zeke's got to go. Down to 6. Still dribbling. He's got 5. Lind inside. He got hooked and held. And that's a probably smart foul, I think, there for Canfield, as Brookside will have to re-inbound with just 3 seconds. And was that Ricardo who picked it up? It was. That's just his first. Alex Era races back to the table. He'll check in. He'll replace Colton Casey. 3 seconds for Brookside, so you got time to catch, take a dribble or two, and then you got to put it up. Wechter split a half double team, and then he was bumped and fouled. And Roberts got him, and still with 1.1, no, it's hard to believe that much time came off right there. Was it Roberts, though, who got him? It was. So that is 3 on Bryce, or 4 they got him for up there. 4 on Bryce Roberts. And Canfield can't do that again because it'll be free throws for Brookside. But now, for Brookside, it's more of a catch-and-shoot situation. Oh, wow, nice play. Blythe, backdoor for 2. Look at Larry Babbix screaming at Brian Kelly right there out of excitement. And it's a 5-point game as we get set to head to the fourth quarter. Our score after 3 here at North Ridgeville, Canfield 36, Brookside 31. We're back with the fourth and final quarter right after this.
Are you a board member of a nonprofit organization? Do you want to start a nonprofit organization? Are you concerned your nonprofit may not be in compliance with federal and state tax laws and reporting requirements? Contact Alan Januzzi, CPA, who has over 37 years of experience working with small to medium-sized nonprofit organizations and groups. Alan is a proud supporter of Lorain County High School athletics and wants to wish good luck to all of our area teams in the tournament. Just mention WEOL when you contact Alan Januzzi, CPA.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
8 minutes left to decide a district champion here in Division 4 at North Ridgeville High School. Canfield right now out in front. Brookside right there with them, though, Jared. 5-point game heading to the fourth quarter. How big was that layup by Ethan Blythe to close the third?
Huge bucket. Huge bucket gets them to within 5, and you know the crowd's still in it. The players are still engaged. The coaching staff certainly ready for this one. And the other thing is Roberts picks up that 4th foul kind of meaninglessly, and he's not going to be available for, I would think, at least half of this fourth period of play.
Yeah. And Canfield, a little bit of depth on their side, certainly, but Brookside's been able to match that here tonight. Shine, a big third quarter for him, and he starts the fourth with a big 3. Boy, Landon Shina, Brookside had him contained pretty well in that first half, Jared. He's popped off for 9 here in the second half. He had 6 in the third, and then a big 3-ball right there to start this fourth quarter. Can Mason Wechter get himself going? Quick trigger 3, missed it bad to the left, and he's saying he got shoved on the way up. He has not really been getting a favorable whistle here tonight. Furco inside, got sent away and a foul. And a couple of black jerseys in there, and that one will go against, I think, Ethan Blythe, and it was. That's number 2 on Ethan. And, well, Jared, Bryce Roberts right on cue, right back to the scores table in front of us.
Yeah, well, that shows you how much
shows what we know, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So a couple of free throws here for Donnie Furco. First one up is good. Furco, the sophomore, that's his first point right there of the game. A lot of minutes for Donnie. More of a defensive-oriented game for him thus far, handling the Alex Era assignment. One more free throw coming here for Furco. That one's good. So, 10-point deficit now for Brookside. Cardinals in a little bit of trouble here. Gotta find a way to get some offense somehow, some way. They won the second quarter 15-13, but then got outscored 9-8 there in the third. Zeke Lynn looking to press himself inside, kicks it out to the corner, 3-ball up, oh, in and out, no good. Lynn stick back, rolls off a rubber rim, and then a hook and hold on the rebound. As boy, Freeze had a wide open 3, couldn't convert. Lynn then called for the foul. Head coach Larry Babbitt's asking for a jump ball. Him and the officials come together, and the official.
I don't think that went the way that Larry wanted it to go.
No,
and,
they were nose to nose practically.
I think that was very close to the official exchanging that with Larry, saying, if I have to come back over here again, you're going to be sitting the rest of this ball game.
Man, oh man.
He will walk the tightrope from time to time.
He will. Boy, just I'm not trying to pick on Larry. He knows we are big fans of his, but the redness that the face starts to develop throughout the course of a game, eminent of Thad Matta in his Buckeye days. The way he'd get a couple of bad calls against Illinois or Wisconsin or whoever, and Aaron Kraft's getting bumped out there, can't buy one, and he'd get cherry red real quick. It's a 10-point deficit here for Brookside. Got to get a stop. You got to piece some stops and scores. That's what it comes down to right now for Brookside. Simple as that. Much easier said than done. Roberts inside. He got bumped by Blythe, and Bryce Roberts has 2 free throws. And
3 team fouls.
Third person on Blythe.
First minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Now Larry John and another official, and I think it's just a matter of you brought up the Thad Matta in Ohio State. The quintessential, the best of times, the worst of times, I think, as a fan. And Larry's experiencing some of that right now.
It's a helpless feeling when you feel like you're not getting the calls. Game's getting away from you a little bit. It's tough. As Roberts got on that first free throw, he's got 3 now. And Jace Ricardo was doing his best Sam Greer impersonation during that whistle there, Jared, pumping up his own student section and getting them into the basketball game a little bit more as Roberts converts on both. It's a 12-point lead for Canfield. 6.5 left to play in this one. Era with the basketball, met by Jace Ricardo. He works off a screen from his teammate Danny Freeze. Era, center of the lane now, got cut off. Back to Blythe, now back to Era. He'll launch for 3. That one's long. You could tell right as he shot it. A rebound to Donnie Furco. Shot's just not falling right now for Brookside. Furco the other way, rejected inside by Ethan Blythe. Wechter looking to push the other way. Got to get something up at the rim. He elevates, he scores, and a block on Shina. That'll be an and 1 for Mason Wechter. Landon Shina picks up personal number 3, and that'll be a hoop and the harm for Mason Wechter.
And maybe if you're not going to connect from downtown, the 3-point play the old-fashioned way can get Wechter going here. You're not all is lost. Granted, you're down 10. You got a chance to cut it to 9. There's still 6 minutes plus left to go in this contest.
Yeah, you got a little bit of time, and the way Brookside can fill it up from the outside, it's certainly not insurmountable, but
and we were fighting more moisture out there.
Boy, is that what it is. Well, in fairness, he had some bodies hitting the deck on that one, so that one would make a little more sense. As Shina having a quick conversation with the official here right in front of us. Probably asking, hey, was I not set? Was I sliding over late? That was certainly a bang-bang play there on the baseline. But Wechter winning that exchange. Has a free throw coming his way once the moisturization is taken care of there right underneath the basket. So the officials certainly getting their work in here.
So there are some things that have gone on here that maybe we don't necessarily agree with some of the calls that have been out there. Certainly Larry Babick doesn't. I will say I think this group has been pretty patient.
I agree.
With both coaches and players out there.
Yeah.
You don't see a whole lot of guys that let players talk to you.
Right. Well, and especially when you get to a postseason setting, I think that leash lengthens a little bit.
That's it.
Depending on how things are playing out on the floor, and I think all around, I think job well done as Wechter converts there. So Wechter, 3 points here in this fourth quarter. That's all he's got in the second half. He's got 7 in the basketball game, and they're going to need some more of him to try to come back. They're down 9 with 6 minutes, and that'll help. A steal right there. Era getting chased down from behind. Roberts hits the deck for the basketball, and he was the last one to touch it before it went out of bounds, so Brookside will keep it. Look at the cheerleaders on the baseline getting into it. They were pretty animated at that call right there. They certainly want this for their classmates.
Well, you know, they're classmates, and they want to make a trip too next week.
Sure,
Yeah.
who doesn't? Era, Wechter, Lind, Colton Casey, Ethan Blythe, the 5. Coach Pavick's, man, he is still going. And the lob into Wechter was an errant one, but Colton Casey able to track it down. Zeke Lind, I thought he was going to launch that 3 ball, but Ricardo, good luck shooting over 6'7" in your face right there. Ricardo with the hand on him. Ricardo all over him right now, and Lind turned it over. Zeke Lind looking to force it inside. Ricardo was having none of it. Furco with the basketball now. He'll wheel it back all the way up top, and do we see the stall tactic deployed once again for Canfield head coach Andy Velakovic? And we sure will.
They're content to whine.
We sure will. But Larry now, he knows he can't just afford to let them do so, and now a bump and a foul. Colton Casey came out to get a hand on Bryce Roberts.
Yeah, already the 4th team foul here against the Brookside Cardinals with 5:22 left to play here in this fourth period.
So Casey picks up the personal. Next one, as you said, Jared, will send Canfield to the line for free throws the rest of the way. Can you play defense? Can you create pressure? Can you force turnovers without fouling? That's the key right now for Brookside to try to spark a comeback. Way easier said than done, though, especially when you move the ball as well as Canfield is right now. Roberts maybe got away with the walk as Wechter got a hand on it. Ends up with a shine of 3 ball. No. Ricardo there over top of Blythe for the rebound. No. Roberts got the miss. His stick back. No. How about another try for Bryce Roberts? And Bryce is going to the free throw line for a pair. And that's against Era. That'll be his first. And that, I think, was the concern, at least in my mind, Jared, for Brookside late in this ball game, where you're going to have the legs and the stamina and the wherewithal to continue to box out and do the fundamental things that you need to do to try to upset Canfield, and not so on that possession for Brookside.
It was not, but they do get a situation where the first free throw is no good. So
that helps.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at that and saying, well, we're at 5 fouls, we're going to foul the rest of the way out.
And another miss, and again, Roberts isn't boxed out, but then he lost the basketball off his knee. Ball to Brookside. Yeah, Larry Babick, as animated as he's been at the officials, he's got nobody to yell at but his own guys on that.
He's angry at his guys there.
Yeah, he was, yeah absolutely. And, oh, boy, what do you know, some more moisturization.
Yeah, Larry is normally in the fourth quarter of any game, if they're up, down, whatever the case, postseason, maybe the shade of tomato soup. He's gone to Heinz 57.
There he is.
Right now. Believe it or not, he's happy.
Although I will say some of these stoppages, it benefits both teams in terms of rest, but really his guys, considering how hard they've just had to work to try to stay in this basketball game, a little bit of a breather here with 4:50 left to go. They're down 9. It's a 3-possession game. Can Mason Wechter come to life? Can Alex Era find a way to get some buckets? Can Zeke Lind spring himself back into action? Had a big first quarter, been pretty quiet since then. He catches it here on the baseline, met by Jace Ricardo. Works off an Alex Era screen. Ricardo reaching in a little bit. That 5-second call underway. Lind, a hop, skip, and a step inside. Hanging, floating, can't finish. Rebound poked out of there and controlled by Donnie Furco here for Canfield. Furco the other way. Thought about attacking, instead swings it outside, and now Canfield will work some clock. That's the tough part for Brookside. There's just so much pressure on each and every shot because you know if you don't make it, and Canfield gets that defensive rebound, that they are perfectly content with this game ending 43-34.
And to their credit, they've earned the right to be able to do that. I mean, from a certain point of view.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I don't necessarily like the game played that way, but at the same time, that is, they've earned it.
And, hard to sit here not in Coach Vlahovic's shoes to say, oh, that shouldn't, be how it is or whatever. If there is no shot clock and if that is the rule, which as we know right now in the state of Ohio it is, without that shot clock, you're right, Jared. You are entitled to do that. You've earned the right to do that by putting yourself in a situation to do that. And that's what they're going to do. Bryce Roberts good on those free throws. So he's got 6 in the ball game now, and it's an 11-point lead for Canfield. Alex Era gets it to Ethan Blythe. Looking for Mason Wechter coming off that screen. They defend it well, though, does Canfield. Now back into the hands of Era. 3:50 left to go. They dump it inside to Blythe. Lefty layup, no. Missed it inside. Rebound to Canfield. Tough miss there for Brookside. Just 4 made field goals this half for Brookside. The offense has just not been there. They get the steal here, though. Era up ahead of the pack. Fires to the corner. Zeke Lind. 3 was tipped and blocked. Era, though, gets the rebound. Era with it now. Hands it off to Mason Wechter. Thought he might launch that 3. He'll still probably look to shoot here if I had to guess. Wechter inside. Back to Zeke Lind. Shot fake. Inside. Wechter. Layup. Yes. And a timeout by Larry Babbicks. We'll sneak one in as well. 3:18 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Canfield 45. Brookside 36. We'll be right back after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
3:18 left to play in the fourth here at North Ridgeville. Canfield leading Brookside 45-36. Mason Wechter, that layup before the timeout, gives him 9 points in the contest. As I'll tell you what, though, Jared, the Brookside defense on Ricardo has been improved in this second half. He had 17 at the break. He's at 18 now. It's been the other guys, right? It's been Landon Shina popping off for 9 points this half, and that's been the difference maker as Era reaches in and fouls Furco. And is this maybe the tactic here for Larry Babbicks? Hey, let's just try to play the percentages as best we can, send some subpar free throw shooters to the line and take our chances there.
Well, he's just buying possessions at this point, too.
You got
by
to.
being able to do that. And yeah, you have to do it. And the other thing is, like we said, it'd be different if they were playing a different style of basketball. If they want to spread you out and melt clock, he's got to do that anyway. So you kind of at least have control over who you want to foul.
When he's already telling his guys is Colin Casey gets set to check in here for Canfield, that's another young man they're looking to foul. And I think if I was reading things correctly, it's either Furco or Casey that he wants to foul right now. And Furco banks one in, and again, he just can do nothing but throw his hands up. So Furco with 3 points, all from the free throw line. It's a 10-point deficit here for Brookside. Era passed it to the corner, and Lind was fouled inside. I think that was Colin Casey hooking and holding Zeke Lind inside, and it was. So for Casey, that'll be his 3rd personal. And a baseline out of bounds situation here for Brookside. Era will trigger it. Out there with Wechter, Lind, Blythe, and Freeze. They get it into Zeke Lind. He gets doubled immediately. Freeze, a wide open 3, left it short, no good. Loose ball tracked down by Mason Wechter. Mason Wechter back to Alex Era. And you can hear the fans behind us asking me, pleading Mason Wechter to shoot the basketball. They're going to need some offense from him at some point. Blythe tries his luck for 3. That one no good. Rebound to Landon Shina. And it's one of those things where we know with Mason Wechter, it's not necessarily his game that just put his head down and force up bad shots at the rim. He's just so inclined to play within the system, to play the quote-unquote right brand of basketball, Jared, that it's just not – it's not to say that he doesn't have that within him, right? It's just something he's not, I don't think, totally accustomed to doing.
And just, outside shooting has not helped them today, the Cardinals globally,
No.
not just Mason Wechter.
Correct.
I think it's just a look of, they're
Just 2 threes for them, I think.
2 threes in the entire contest, 1 in each half so far.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want symmetry, they've got it, but in all the wrong ways.
Roberts good on both free throws there. And so it's a 12-point game now. Canfield leads 48-36. Just 2.5 minutes left to go. Clock running out for Larry Babbicks and the Brookside Cardinals. Zeke Lynn charging inside. Little spin move, hanging, floating, missed it. Got his own miss, though. The stick back, yes, and 1. That's a big bucket there by Zeke Lynn. That's how he started the ball game, with an and 1 opportunity after making the layup and taking the foul. As Colton Casey checks back in for Brookside, he'll replace Ethan Blythe. Free throw coming for Zeke Lind, who has had a nice afternoon. He's got 11 in the ball game. Chance to make it 12 and a chance to bring his Brookside team back within single digits. Free throw from Zeke, front iron, and then drops in. So Lind with 4 this half. Brookside back within 9, and they go to foul Colin Casey. They don't get the call. Bryce Roberts now ahead of the pack to Shina. Shina inside over top of Lind. No foul call. And then Shina got the rebound laying down, and then Roberts gets fouled as Mason Wechter pleading with the official, asking for a foul on that end. He's not going to get one. He's saying he's holding my jersey. And it's a timeout, I think, taken by Canfield. It's a full, and it is. So with about 2 minutes left to go, 48-39 our score. Canfield in front of Brookside. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
48-39 our score here at North Ridgeville in this Division IV District Championship game. The winner on to Thursday's regional semi at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse, taking on either Cleveland Central Catholic or Norton. But 2:14 left to decide a winner here this afternoon, as Canfield will go right back into the stall tactic. Zeke Lynn going to have to come up to hound Bryce Roberts, and then Roberts lost the basketball. Bryce Roberts lost the basketball, and head coach Andy Vlakovic quickly, he did the 180 there. It was, oh my gosh, hands in the head, and then quickly had to go encourage his senior, saying, you got to forget about it. You got to move on to that next play. And wouldn't you know, more moisturization.
Yeah, I mean,
It's still not as bad as that night at St. Ed's, but boy, are we flirting with it.
Well, but I mean, yeah. This is a pretty new facility. That's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
I think that's what you got to look at.
Right.
The storied barn that St. Edward's is a little bit of a different.
Seasoned, one could say.
Structural integrity might be questionable.
Rob Polinsky, shout out to him. He's tuning in. He's listening. He's giving us scoring updates. Avon, a winner over Highland, 49-42. Congratulations to Mike Fitch and his Avon Eagles. They are on to the regional semis. I forget who they were awaiting the winner of if they were to advance today, but nonetheless, congratulations to Mike Fitch and his Avon Eagles. They're playing really good basketball at the right time of year.
Certainly are, and they were impressive a week ago against Ridgeville.
Era inside. May have got bumped on the way up. No foul call. Rebound to Jace Ricardo. Ricardo racing it ahead. Now hands it off to Bryce Roberts, and Roberts will get fouled by Alex Era, and that's 4 on Alex. Larry Babbicks asking for the foul call here on this end. Not happy with the explanation or lack thereof that I guess he received there from the official. As Roberts off back iron, no good. A minute 51, 3-possession game. You got to be near perfect at this point if you're Brookside. Roberts, one more coming here. In and out, no good. Rebound, Mason Wechter. Can it be Mason Wechter to get himself going? getting hounded by Ricardo on his way down the floor. Wechter looking to get by him on the baseline. He got bumped and then missed it off the side of the backboard. No good. Ricardo played the defense, and he played it well. I'll tell you what, I know Wechter was looking for a foul after that one, and there's maybe some he should have gotten as he finally does foul Joey Gabriel. I think that was pretty good straight-up defense there by Jace Ricardo, Jared.
Especially in a game like this, where two guys are banging, you're going to get some bumping is going to be
it's going to be something
permissible.
Yeah.
And, nothing about that seemed like it was I don't know if that's a regular season foul.
Again, I think there's some that Wechter and others maybe should have gotten here today. I won't dispute that as Roberts misses that first free throw. But, again, that's maybe one that I think Ricardo played it pretty well. But
these free throws have been a mystery here.
Yeah. One more for Roberts. It's good. Or Gabriel, I'm sorry. Joey Gabriel splitting the pair. 10-point game. A minute 30 left to go. 90 seconds left for Brookside to try to do something here. Zeke Lind charging inside. He got cut off. Needs somebody to give it up to. He does to Alex Era. Era now back to Zeke Lind. They got to put something up towards the rim here soon. Lind looking to launch. He can't get it off. And now back to Mason Wechter. Deep three from Mason up. That one no good. Ethan Blythe looking for the rebound. And it's last touched by Landon Shina. But even then there, Jared, 20 seconds it took just to get one up at the rim, and he didn't make it. 70 seconds, you're running out of time here if you're Brookside.
You needed to convert there, and you probably needed the three that we thought looked like it might have been good from Wechter.
Lynn launches for three. He gets fouled on that three-point attempt. I think it was Casey that went crashing into him. Coach Babbitt's helping both of those young men up, and it was actually Joey Gabriel who went crashing into Zeke Lind. But that's 3 free throws here for Zeke Lind as Joey Gabriel picks up his first personal.
Yeah, Lind's really carried this Cardinals ball club, Brookside Cardinals, I should say, throughout the afternoon.
He's got 12.
Yeah, has a chance to keep him in the ball game here with the minute and 8 left.
Well, you need all three here because you don't have anybody offensive rebounding in there as Lind gets the friendly bounce and makes the first. Again, 7 o'clock tonight, Rob and Jared will be at Barberton for Canton, McKinley, and Elyria, a Division I district championship game. As Jared, you'll hit the highway, head towards White House Chicken Land after this one, as Lind good on both. I'm sorry, he's got one more still.
One more coming. And boy, I'd really like to hit that White House Chicken. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Dave Richard is going to get enough for me, I think, though. He's making that a priority. We talked yesterday and said, can't wait.
Nothing that your friendly North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco couldn't beat, my friend, as Lind misses the third. It's an 8-point game. Joey Robert with the basketball. He'll get wrapped up and fouled by Zeke Lind, and it's 2 free throws for Joey Gabriel. So the free throw battle was kind of already underway, but certainly has officially begun here with 63 seconds left to play.
A foul on Brookside, number 22.
As Lind picks up his second personal. 2 free throws for Joey Gabriel. First one up, first one good. Gabriel with 7 now in the ballgame. Jace Ricardo leading all scorers with 18. Zeke Lind with 14 for Brookside. Mason Wechter with just 9. Gabriel. I don't know why I keep saying Robert. Bryce Roberts, Joey Gabriel. Gabriel good on both, a 10-point game. Under 60 seconds left to play. Eunice with the basketball, back to Alex Era. 3-ball fading, that one no good. A rebound controlled by Canfield, and then Shina got fouled by Wechter. And Jared, I think that might be it for Brookside here this afternoon. 51 seconds and a 10-point deficit. Free throws coming for Canfield. What a fight today, though, from Larry Babbitt and his Brookside Cardinals, I tell you.
Outside shot was just never there for Brookside this afternoon, and when they have to basically, that's your resort now is to try to hit a few at the end.
Desperation,
it's just not working. And but as you mentioned, went toe-to-toe for 3 3/4 with the number 1 ranked team in this division. So
that free throw no good.
Seeded number 1, I should say.
Yep. Yeah, I know this is one that, Larry, I know he's not one for moral victories, certainly. And it's not something he'll want to hear today or a week or a month even from now, but nothing, I don't think, to be disappointed with in terms of effort from his guys here this afternoon. He gave Canfield everything they could ask for, just ran out of gas, I think, running out of time as well. That 3-ball from Lind, no good, and another foul on the rebound as Blythe reached around Landon Shina. And Canfield can feel it on that far side now. They've earned it. You know, we'll make no bones about it. Brookside, our local coverage school, we see way, way more of them, obviously, than we do Canfield. And so, while it also would have been nice to see Larry and his Cardinals get through today, hats off to Andy Velakovic, Canfield, and that community. Boy, they know how to play some basketball down there.
We are learning a lot about that community in the last 7 days, and certainly a lot to be proud of if you're them. They've traveled well. They've got good programs, and Ricardo is by no means a villain. I think he's hyping up the crowd. He's doing
Sam Greer.
He's doing some Sam Greer type stuff, as you mentioned, but he's not. I mean, he's a very good high school basketball player that makes it. You'd want that guy on your team.
Wechter for three. That one no good. A rebound controlled by Bryce Roberts. And Larry's going to say, no, we can continue to foul. And he may get his seniors out here. Let's see. As it'll be Bryce Roberts heading to the line. Oh, he doesn't have. That's
doesn't
right.
Have him.
Doesn't have him. I totally blanked on that. He told us that this morning, Jared. Shame on me. And he'll get his starters out of the game, I should say. Roberts' first free throw, no. As wholesale substitutions here for Brookside. Damon Brudout into the game here for the Cardinals. I don't have a 30 on the roster in front of me. I think Alejandro De Leon has checked in as well. Again, Damon Brudout in the game. Canfield will also get their starters out of the basketball game. They're fired up, as they should be. Davian Audrief in as well here for Brookside. One more coming for Roberts. That one good. Roberts with 7 points this quarter, all from the free throw line, as he'll exit and take a much-deserved seat. 13-point lead for Canfield, 20 seconds left to play. De Leon brings it across the half-court stripe. Colton Casey now handles. Casey looking to chisel his way inside. He goes high off the glass, no good. A rebound, tipped around, and bodies on the deck. Basketball on the deck. And is that a foul against Brookside? It is. It is a foul, and that'll be Damon Brudout who gets it. So Brudout picks up his first, and 2 more free throws here for Canfield. So Canfield, again, they will be on to the regional semis next Thursday. They'll be at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse against either Cleveland Central Catholic or Norton. And for Brookside, well, you know you're returning everybody. No seniors, like you said, like Larry told me this morning. Can't believe I totally blanked on that.
That's okay.
Sechrist makes that first free throw, but
you've had a busy week.
We all have, no question. Sechrist good on both. Wouldn't have it any other way, though, here in the month of March.
You had a busy week. You've had a lot of Rob. You've had a lot of me. So you're entitled.
The final seconds will tick off the clock, and it is a final. As the clock has struck midnight for the Brookside Cardinals, and for Canfield, their season continues on to the regional semis next Thursday down in Canton. We'll step aside for a very quick post-game show because Jared's got to get down to Barberton for a Division I district final. We'll bring you some final stats and thoughts right after this.
Are you a board member of a nonprofit organization? Do you want to start a nonprofit organization? Are you concerned your nonprofit may not be in compliance with federal and state tax laws and reporting requirements? Contact Alan Januzzi, CPA, who has over 37 years of experience working with small to medium-sized nonprofit organizations and groups. Alan is a proud supporter of Lorain County High School athletics and wants to wish good luck to all of our area teams in the tournament. Just mention WEOL when you contact Alan Januzzi, CPA.
Again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Number 5, defense.
It's a final here at North Ridgeville as Canfield ends the season of Brookside. The Canfield Cardinals on to the regional semis as the season comes to a close for the Brookside Cardinals. But again, congratulations to Larry Babbix and his staff, his guys, for another fantastic season. Again, no seniors on that roster, so they'll be back. But right now, the day belongs to Andy Velakovich, head coach of the Canfield Cardinals, and they're on to Canton next week for the regional semis. Final stats from this one, again, a 56-41 final with Canfield victorious. First for Brookside, Zeke Lind pacing Larry Babbix's Cardinals with 14 points. Mason Wechter and Ethan Blythe each had 9. Alex Era with 7. Noah Muniz with 2. No scoring off the bench today for Brookside. For Canfield, it was Jace Ricardo filling it up. He had 18. 17 of those came in the first half. Just 1 point at the free throw line in that second half. But overall, a tremendous afternoon for Jace Ricardo. Jared, as you said, he was every bit as good as advertised and then some. Landon Shina poured in 11, all in that second half. Bryce Roberts had 9. Joey Gabriel with 8. Grant Sechrist with 4 off the bench. Colin Casey had 3 off the bench. Donnie Furco had 3 as well. So you can pass along team stats if you want, though, there, Jared. Otherwise, we can just get final thoughts from you and then say goodbye so you can get down to Barberton.
Yeah, we're going to do some housekeeping here, so we'll forego the final numbers. Just congratulations to Larry Babbix and company, Brian Kelly here at Brookside. The job they've done getting these guys to this game. I think when, they took over that position, I say they because he and Brian have had a great working relationship all along the way. And I think that they looked at that and they said, you know what, hey, 4 years later, do you think we'd be here? I don't know if they would have believed it, but they got everybody else to believe it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So a big thank you to everybody who tuned in and listened today. Big thanks to everybody here at North Ridgeville for having us. Thanks to head coach Larry Babbix for working with us all season long. Again, congratulations to him and his guys on a tremendous season. A shame it has to come to a close today, but that's how it goes here in the world of high school athletics. And congratulations to Canfield and their head coach Andy Velakovich. Big thanks to them and their staff for getting us roster stats, starters, all that good stuff as well. As today's matchup between Brookside and Canfield was brought to you by our sponsors. So a big thank you to the following. That's Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, LMRE, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, our pregame sponsor, our halftime sponsor, Mallard Creek Golf Club, The Duck, Alan V. Januzzi, CPA, and our friends over at Eco Tree Services. So for everybody here at North Ridgeville, for Joe Bach, for Jared Kozar, I'm Rocco Ducey saying one more time your final score here. Canfield 51, 56, Brookside 41. We'll see you guys in about 2 hours over at Barberton Division